Welcome back to part 11, I think it's 11, of my Stationeers Europa playthrough. So, we got a fair bit done last time actually, which was a good improvement, and got the greenhouse here is looking like a greenhouse. It's just kind of still not really. Well, it's not smelling like a greenhouse. It's smelling like pollutant and nitrogen, or nitrous oxide rather, which is not really great. But other than that, it's a thing of beauty. I am going to spend a bit of time, I think, this episode. Oh, horrible lag there. I'm not sure what happened. Spend a bit of time this episode, first of all, drinking some water. That's what I'm going to do first. Oh, that one's empty. Okay, I need to refill that one. That one, on the other hand, is not.
Toxin critical.
Yeah, toxin's still critical. Not good. I'm going to spend a bit of time on this episode attempting to sort out the gas processing a bit, because whilst the cooling tower's a nice work of art, I don't really feel it's serving its desired purpose as effectively as I'd like it to anymore. Right, that one's full. Right, I'm going to throw that through there and throw that through there. There we go. Right. Yeah, I just feel like it's not really it's not processing it fast enough. I wanted all this pollutant gone by now. I thought it would be a faster way of getting rid of it, but with the various explosions and pipes bursting and other issues, not so much. The other thing I want to do though is get a bit more power, because then we could actually run just some more of these sorts of units, and that would help a lot. And I also think it would be a really smart plan to put a chip into these, not so much this one, but the volatiles one out there, for example. There's kind of no point in it running all of the time, so that would probably be a pretty useful thing to do. I'm not sure I've got any IC code ready to go since the change where the filtration units have a chip on board. I probably need to rewrite some real quick. We need gold and steel to do that though. I've got some steel in there. Yes, I've got quite a lot of steel in there. Have I got gold? Did I see gold? I've got some gold in there as well. I can't remember whether I've got more gold up here. No, I haven't. I need a recycler as well. Get rid of all of that used up stuff. Right. Yeah, okay, so all the gold we've got is in here and all the steel we've got is in here. Okay, well, I suppose that's the steel. Okay, so I'm going to do that quickly now, because that will reduce power consumption. They are quite power hungry machines, the air filters. Right, I'm just looking at the supplies of things like electrum. And I do still need to move this furnace somewhere else now, which will at least free up the middle of this room. The other thing I'd really like to do is to put some proper flooring in there, which shouldn't be too hard. I mean, it's only 6 frames, right? So I just haven't got enough materials really. If I can sort out power, I mean, the thing that occurs to me is whether I've never tried windmills on wind turbines on Europa. I feel like they should work, so maybe that's also a thing I should do, is to rig up at least one of them and see if that's yeah, that's the only option. Maybe I'll do that as well. Right, I wonder whether that will connect. I haven't connected its data line, have I? No. It would be useful to be able to program it inside, even if I'm going to program it for use on the volatiles one outside. put that in there. Let's see whether I can see it now on here. Yes, I can. Great. Okay, so let's import that and go and edit something. Right, okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to want to run a loop of some sort, which we're going to need to end with a yield and jump back to run the loop. There we go, that is a loop that does absolutely nothing other than to wait, but that's fine. So I'm going to load into register 0 db. db is the base device, which is what the B is for. So in the case of the filtration unit, it's the filtration unit itself. In the case of an IC housing, it's the housing. And what I want to read is the volatiles. Now I'll probably get this wrong, so let's just pull this up here. This takes a second these days. It used to be really quick, but it does give you a lot more information than it used to. It's kind of slow, I guess. There's a lot more in there. Right. So I want volatiles, but I'm also going to probably want liquid volatiles. Now I'm just thinking, actually, we could probably get away with maybe we'll look at the ratio, see if the ratio is greater than 0. That should do the job. So let's go ratio volatiles, and actually I don't care about liquid volatiles because I can't process them through here. So this is going to be a really simple piece of logic. It's just going to say set if that's greater than 0, set R1 if R0 is greater than 0, then set R1 to 1, otherwise set it to 0. And then I'm going to save. Now hang on, I will get this wrong. I don't want to say do the I want dB, which is the filtration unit. What I was going to do was to do on R1, which would turn it on or off. So basically, if the ratio of volatiles is greater than 0 in the pipe, then this would be 1, it would turn it on. But that actually turns on all the power, including the chip, and stops the program. So I think I need to do something, if I recall from last time, with the mode. But I'm going to have to look that up and just double check that that is correct. And in fact, I want to add input because it's the input I want to read, not the output. So I need to alter that. Mode, read write. Mode, idle or active. Okay, so it's mode rather than on, and I need the ratio volatiles input. That's what I care about. So let's just make those changes to the code. So that becomes input, and that becomes mode. And then let's confirm that and export it. Now that is likely to cause this one to shut down. Yeah, that's now in idle mode. I don't know whether I can reset it. No, I can't. I'm actually going to have to do another equivalent. So programming it in there wasn't the cleverest thing. I'm going to throw that chip there so I don't get muddled up. I'm going to have to make another chip and modify it for that one. So that's an interesting point to note for the future. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to say, let's load into, we'll use register R2, ratio, whoops, not ration, ratio, now, nitrous oxide, whoops, nitrous oxide input, whoops, I cannot type, input, and then that is going to become pollutant input, and I'm going to, right, I hope I remember to change that, and I'm going to make, I'm going to add R0 and R2 together and put the result in there, and that will have the same effect. So we're just going to check that the amount of we're going to add up the amount of pollutant and the amount of nitrous in the input pipe, and as long as the sum of them is greater than 0, we're going to run it. Now I could obviously make this code way more complicated. I could have it connected up to a warning light when the filter runs out, or turn off when the filter runs out, and all the rest of it. And I may well do that at some point, but for now that should be adequate. Good, I did remember to change that. So this is just a super basic bit of logic that says if the things you're filtering for are in there, turn on, otherwise turn off. So hopefully if I go look now, this should be active. No, it's still idle. Why is it still idle? Okay, I've actually effectively functionally broken this, haven't I? Why is that still... Why is that? Huh. Okay. Not quite as clever as I thought I was, clearly. That'll teach me. Right, well. Okay, the simplest way to troubleshoot this is to save onto DB setting, and I'm going to save R0 on there so I can see what percentage it thinks it is, and then we'll export that, and that should at least be something I can see and read. Should be, but does not appear to be. Why does that not have a value? Okay, well, that's not great, is it? I'll build a console and we'll just display the number on the wall. Assuming I've got enough iron, which I have not. Is my iron in here? Yes, it is. Okay, so we'll alias, we'll call this LED, and we'll call that D1, and I'm going to save D1 setting R0 as well. I'm going to export that. Oh, well, that's going to need more cable. I've only got 2 bits left. And of course then I'm going to have to fix the other bit, because clearly my code is not doing what I thought it was, which is a little bit baffling. It will be something ridiculously obvious, like I've got it set the wrong way round, won't it? In fact, that's almost exactly going to be the problem. Anyway, for now let's run this. I don't really want to put it on there because I'm going to take that out later. Let's put it up here. I'll do. In there. Turn that on. Right, this is flashing an error, which I'm not surprised about because it can't find the LED display. Which one did I link it to? I linked it to LED. Oh, it's extraordinarily fiddly to get the right. There we go. Oh right, okay, that is clearly not reading it from the input there then. Okay, let's just check that it's ratio pollutant input. Adding them together. I'm writing the result. Let's take that out anyway. Right, okay, so that is still saying 0, is it? Right, so what have I done wrong? It's got to be something I've done wrong on here in that case. I would have thought that should be right. That's the input. Unless because it's turned off it's not drawing anything. That's a possibility. That would seem to rather counteract. Yeah, I know, I'll do it in a minute. Okay, well let's move R1 1, which will just set it to 1. That's now active. Right, that's not what I expected to see. I expected to see, whoops, I expected to see that I wasn't dropping the tablet. I expected to see something that looks like about 1.45 plus 1.32 expressed as a percentage, so about 0.028 or something. 27. That is not what I was expecting to see at all. Oh, except I've set 1. I've set it over here, haven't I? No, that's R1. No, I've set that over there. That's really strange. No, it's not really strange. I've got these backwards. I want to set R1 if R0 is greater than 0, not the other way round. I'm an idiot. There we go. Don't try this at home, kids. Right, now I should be seeing 0.03. Okay, good. So now I can edit my code. Just goes to show one silly little typo like that. A moment of getting your brain in a muddle and everything's backwards. Anyway, I'm going to leave that set like that one. I'm going to pull that chip out and drop it there because I now need to fix the other chip as well because I'll have the same error in that. So I'm going to put that in there. That's going to shut down. Now I'm going to import from that other chip. I'm going to edit the code and yes, exactly the same problem. Just switch it the other way round. Let's confirm that. Confirm that. Thank you. Re-export it. Turn that off. Right, there we go. And hopefully that will be active, which it is. Okay, that would probably work faster if I compressed this a bit as well. That's the other issue. Is that those things work a lot quicker these days when there's a pressure differential. Right, I need to go and eat in a minute.
Air tank low.
And refill my air tank. Probably not the time to discover that just as I'm going outside. Okay, it's not horribly low. Oh, there's some more pollutant. It's good to know that's still working anyway. Right, okay, so that's kind of flicking on and off, but at least that means it will save power when it's not required. Okay. Right, and let's go see about that wind turbine. Oh, no, just stop. Ah! Right, I think my hand had slipped on the keyboard there because everything was going wrong. Right, that needs more gold. That was what was the problem there. I thought I'd put the gold. Oh, I've used the gold on the chips. Okay, that was stupid. Okay. And it's getting dark as well. Perfectly timed. Right, let's switch that battery. let's get in here.
Toxin critical. Toxin critical.
Come on, drink faster. Right.
Critical.
Okay, I may as well top this off from this tank. I know I've got the other one, but while I'm in here, if I can find the spot, which apparently I cannot. Okay, no, come on, over there.
Air tank critical.
Right, there we go. Okay, right, I need to go and mine again in the morning. I need to set up a proper miner, so I don't have to keep doing this. Right, how's that looking? It's coming down, isn't it? But it's still not very good. Okay, could I make a pressure regulator? Potentially I could. I've actually got some iron in there as well. Right, let's empty this. Probably can't. I probably need gold, don't I? I'm pretty sure. Yes, I do. Okay, so gold is our new priority. I was thinking if I pressurised this, it would probably go through there a bit faster. 0 PA pressure differential. Okay, we've still got 18 gold. 18 gold? I wish. 18 coal. So at least there is that. No. Right, okay. Well, I guess it's night time mining again then. So before I go out there, let's check that there's some charge in this, not as much as I'd like, and there's really no reason not to be fully charged. Okay, got a fair bit of capacity in there. Yeah, you're not coming in here. I don't want you. Go away. I might have use for you later, but not now.
Jetpack on.
I wonder whether I dare while I'm out here. I think I'd better try, hadn't I? Right. Yeah, I can set up a deep miner once I've got some power. That would be helpful. Then it will just do some of the work for me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Right. We'll take this anyway because I know I still need more nitrogen. Right, which we've got here. That's quite a lot actually. Nitrite seems to come in quite large veins. Sadly, not everything else does. I mean, I guess it makes sense. We're on an ice moon, so, you know. On the subject of which, I also need to get some more water ice at some point, because I haven't actually got that much water left. This is quite a lot, actually. There's more here. Okay, well, this will be good for the nitrogen supplies. Anyway, it's not really what I was looking for, but it's better than sitting around in the dark waiting for something to happen, isn't it? Probably more there, but it's not really what I'm looking for. Right, coal I just need to get while I see it, because even once it's not critical for power, I'm definitely going to need a lot more steel, but at the moment it remains critical for power. Basically on this trip I kind of need a bit of everything. It's pretty much out. Although I've filled an awful lot of slots with nitrice now, so that could turn out to be a bit of an error. We'll see. Still says coal, but I think that's just where there was some. Yeah, I'm guessing so. Right, okay. So the base should be out that way still, I think that's right. 270 actually it should be. Thinking about it, the base is back that way. Okay, well let's push on. There's a bit of copper, which is less important, but
Jetpack low.
turn that off.
Jetpack low.
Okay, I've turned it off. Easy. There we go. Okay, oxide we probably don't need. Iron we do need. Actually, I'm going to keep that on there because if I do mine any of it later, it's one thing I do not want to have drop on the floor and vaporise. Right, come on, more iron please. With a nice mixed in vein of gold, that would be perfect. No, not going to oblige. Doesn't look like it. grab some of these volatiles. Why is that not stacking? That should be stacking. It's still not stacking. Stop being an idiot. Right, okay. Those ones I will throw away. Right, sun's coming up as well, so that's good. Just make sure I got my bearings. Oh look, there's some gold over there anyway. Must have gone right past it. Right, and I think my base is behind that hill there. Come on, need more than that. Never seems to last very long, does it? Is there something there? No, there wasn't. No, I think, oh no, I was going to say I think that's all of it, but then I found some more. Okay, I think that's probably most of it, at least for now. Right, let's take that though. Again, it has not stacked. Right, I'm going to take one more of these and then I'm going to some water ice. Nearly a whole stack of that, so that's enough. Let's see whether my bearings are correct. My base over that way, is that right? I hope so, because otherwise I'm kind of lost, which would be bad. But I think I might be. Damn, that was stupid. I was fairly sure I knew where I was going. No, it is back this way, I'm certain of it. That's the red hill near us. There it is, it just hadn't drawn in. That's alright then. I thought I knew where I was, and then right, let's grab some more iron. Batteries are getting low.
Power critical.
Oops. Thank you. Go up there. In fact, that could go up there as well. Any more? Maybe. Maybe not. Yes, a little bit. Okay, good. I'll stack that with that. I need to keep it in my hand, is there? No. Damn. Bit up here. 5% battery. I need to head for home. Yeah, I need to head for home. Myself with a piece of sculpture that I might notice again. Right, okay, that's going to have to do for now. 50%. Come on, you can do this. 1%, but just in case you can't do this, I'm just going to have a backup plan ready.
Temperature low. Temperature critical. Temperature low.
Right, there we go. Okay. So let's switch that for that for that, and that for that. There we go. Right. Okay, not brilliant, but it's a start. Let's get going. Right. Add that into there. Right, just minus 26 degrees in here again. I mean, the good news is that's cold enough to dump some of the pollutant out. Might even be cold enough to have dumped all of the pollutant out if I'm lucky. Probably not. Well, it's getting pretty good actually. I suspect most of what we're getting now is what's coming in through here. Because that pipe is probably... Oh, there's another storm. They seem to be quite frequent. I expect that'll break some more stuff. Okay, well... Okay, let's get that gold. Right, I'll put that in there for now. See if I can make a pressure regulator. Yes. Just need one. We can speed this up somewhat. Wonder how much stuff's going to blow up out there. Okay. So that has brought some through. Just don't think it's brought very much. There's no power. Ah, that's burnt out. Why is that burnt out? I must have massively overloaded the power network. That's not good. I had no idea I was getting close to that. Have I got a... That's kind of annoying because well, let's get rid of that. I keep opening the wrong thing here. Right. I'm guessing it's when those active vents fire. That means we're going to have to start carving the power network up with transformers, which I was really hoping I could put off a bit longer. But seems I can't. That's going to need at least one pipe. Oops, wrong button. Right, come on, let's do this. Pipe. That's all it needs. Right. Okay, so I can make a couple of... Well, I can make one of those, but with some gold I can make a second one. Okay, well, that's what's going to have to happen. If we're overloading the power network. As I say, not a job I wanted to do at this stage, but clearly a job that's going to need to be done. On the other hand, if I'm going to start connecting wind turbines, that needs copper, but it will become a necessity fairly soon. Right. Okay, so let's remove that vent. Where did the pipe end up? In here? Yep. We run it down this way? Maybe we should. No, we'll put it back over here for now. Right. And I don't know whether that will connect directly or not. Yes, it will. Okay, that's good. Okay. Right, so I'm going to crank that up a bit, and what I'm hoping is that that will cause this filter to run somewhat faster. Maybe not. There's not much pressure differential there, is there? No, it's still just sucking it through as fast as it can take it. Not the best outcome. That's just using more power. And I think it's achieving the same result. Yes, it is. Yeah, okay. I didn't expect it would suck it through faster than the pressure rig could take it. Right, stick that back on there then in that case. No point in using power for something we don't need to use power for after all. And that leaves us a pressure rig for later, which we are 100% going to end up needing to use because you can never have enough of them. Let's get some more smelting done. Right, let's see if we can build a wind turbine. And that's going to need some heavy cable to connect it. We're also going to have to build a heavy cable network connected to those transformers now. What would be lovely would be if that storm would finish in a minute, so I could go and actually put this out there. It would have been even nicer if the storm had waited until after I'd put it up, because I'm sure it would generate quite a lot of power in a storm. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is actually a reasonably comprehensive restructuring of this, because that power line needs to come out on a different connection than all of the rest of this spaghetti here now. Without messing about too much with the input lines there. Yeah. I mean, probably what I need to do is actually build a structure out there to house it all, because I just don't think there's enough room here, and just slide the whole thing backwards. So that's going to be at least, let me try and count it out, 1, 2, probably 3 frames. Actually I'll probably put a frame in there and a frame in there, 2 frames, and then I take the wall out and bring it across there, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 walls. We're definitely going to need the iron for that, aren't we? Right, let's start with 2 frames.
Power low.
2, and then I'm going to need iron wool, so I need 7 of them. Five, 6, that's 7. And that means I'm going to need iron sheets. I'm not going to have enough iron to do this, so I'm just going to let that run to completion. Yeah, so you've got 3G of iron in there. Let's grab that and start some more smelting. Right, so sheets, I'm going to need 7 for the walls, but I'm also going to need another 4 for the floors, for the frames, so that's 11 in total. And I also need 7, oh there we are, that's the end of the storm, 7 glass sheets, which I do not have the silicon for, although I think I have got silicon somewhere. I feel like that's something, oh yeah, we've got a fair bit in here, that was it. Right, let's get that done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is number 7. Right, so I've got 3, so I need 8 more. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that should do it. Whilst we're here. Wait. Okay, be an idiot then. I don't care. Just shut at exactly the wrong second. There we go. Right. Yeah, hydration is fairly critical, but I think I'm going to go out and do this first. Right. Why did that use... oh no, that was... no, why did I only have... oh, because I didn't have it stacked. Okay, that's fine. Right. Right, so... let's get this built. Put that on there. 1, 2... whoops, 3, 4... actually, I'm going to go up a layer. Okay, and I'm going to get these sealed up. Always good to do the roof first before I forget. Let's do that from out here. Right, that's all then closed. So I can now open up that corner and bring some infrastructure out here, which is a helpful start. Now I wonder whether I can also install a wind turbine up here and what it needs. Right, first of all, no, it has to go on a frame, so that's no good. Okay. Well, it's not really the best place for it, but it's a bit of an experimental installation, so we'll put it there. And to be fair, I can connect to that directly from the inside, so that's also helpful. Oh, I should have put it on the top of there, shouldn't I? That would have made a lot more sense. Let's do that. cells. By doing that, it would actually be ready to use. Look at that, connected straight to the grid, no more work required. Okay, well now I guess I need to go and restructure the power grid, which was what I was hoping to do next episode, because I knew it would need doing, but of course all these things always need doing sooner than you'd like. Right, let's see what's happening to the battery charge then. I'll take that out of there for a minute. See whether it's going up or down. It's getting some charge, isn't it? Because it's bouncing back up a little bit. Okay, well, that's a good sign. I might risk it and just keep that out of there for a minute. If this starts to become a problem, I'll have to deal with it later. But right, let's oops, wrong belt. Open.
Power critical.
Yeah, okay, fair point. It didn't last long, did it? I thought we might be able to dispose of some pollutant, but right. Okay, let's remove the glass from here, and then let's remove the right, and what that has done is given me firstly some more space, which is always to be happy about, but also it's given me what I need to close up the wall on the end of there, so I'm going to go out and do that. I'm going to check whether anything blew up in that storm.
Jetpack on.
Incredibly, I see no leaks. Okay. So that being the case, I think I'm going to risk a bit more of that. Yeah, that's about 50-50 oxygen, nitrogen in there now. So if I get a decent, I've got a spare tank, I could connect up the nitrogen now. Then we could properly process that through. But first things first, let's build the wall on the end of here. Whoops. Got my mouse in the wrong place then, couldn't actually move my hand to where I needed it to be. Right, okay, that's good. So that's now possible to remove that frame. Actually, before I just do that, I think I welded the bottom, but let's check. Yes, I actually did. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's see how we're looking inside. If that wind turbine's done the job, I will be very happy. One alone isn't doing it, but that's not terrible. Right, let's take that frame out then. Look at that. Opened the place up quite a lot, that has. And let's stack that in there. So we actually got a fair bit of material. Right, there's a tank. So if I were to put nitrogen tank in here, need to paint that, but I could put that in there. I could connect this up here, and then we could run that processor. Don't know whether I can make any more wind turbines, but I'm going to have a look because I'm actually quite happy with that one. More iron. Okay, well, leave that there because it's going to make it a bit easier. No, actually, I'll just put a straight pipe across there. I was thinking it'd make it easier if I later on want to connect. Right, okay, there we go. Right, before I throw the switch on that, let's just make sure I know what's going into that tank. So what's in that pipe? Is it just nitrogen and oxygen? Yes, it is. Perfect. Nice, okay, that's good. And then I can actually get this rigged up to a proper ventilation system here that's going to vent out a proper mix of those two gases, although getting the oxygen from there across here is going to be a bit more spaghetti, isn't it? Probably shouldn't put it all quite so close together. However, it's definitely better than it was. Can I eat out here? It's probably too cold, isn't it? Minus 44, probably not the best idea. There's still 1% pollutant, I can't believe it. Right, let's come in here. How much pollutant have we got in here? Still 1% in here as well, but it's going in the right direction. Right, so I need to drink some water.
Toxin detected.
Okay, I'll take toxin detected over toxin critical. That's a significant step in the right direction.
Toxin detected. Toxin detected. Toxin detected.
Right. Okay, it's definitely an improving situation. I'll switch that out there. I'm going to grab some more oxygen while I'm in here. Oh, if I can actually get to it. Right, there we go. Get in there.
Tank critical.
Back out there. Okay. Now what I should do is to try and melt some more nitrous, nitrice. Well, nitrous in fact is the problem, right? But let's melt it. There's the tablet gone, there it is. Okay. Keeping a little bit of an eye on the pressure. I don't want to burst this room. It's my nice bit of warm atmosphere. How much water have I got in there? 3 litres out of 1400. Okay. Probably melt a bit more, couldn't I? Right. Should we do some more? Might as well. Gets it out of my inventory, and this is the best place to do it, to be honest. I just don't blow the hab. Don't blow the hab. I'm going to stop this in a minute because it's getting a little bit high. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Oops, I forgot to turn that off before I put it away. That is a crime. Right. Okay, so slightly frustratingly we're still cycling through here, but hopefully we'll start to get through. minus 42. I do need some form of heating in here or some means of keeping it warm because it's very cold. It's fine when I'm running the furnace, but when I'm not, it's not so fine. That's going to bust in a bit as well. Before I do that, I should just check what's going on the other side, shouldn't I? Okay, pressure in there's 90. Is this turned on? Yes, it is. Okay, in fact the pressure in there is quite low, so alright, let's do it.
Power low.
Yeah, battery's not holding up terribly well now because it's too cold, even when I'm in the base. Right, this is all flowing a bit too well. That worries me when stuff goes too well. It's mostly pollutant, so I'm guessing if we can get that into the cooling tower it's all going to freeze out real quick, which would be good. Whoops. Yeah, something's complaining, isn't it? Probably these pipes with I don't know which pipes. Something that's going to burst in a minute, so I may as well make sure I've got a wrench to hand. Inside or outside? Inside. Kind of a bit of both actually. Right, let's turn this off for a minute. No, not do that. Let's turn it off. There we go. Right. Okay. Guess we lost quite a lot of that. It's not the end of the world, although there was a bit of useful nitrogen in there, but not humongous amounts. Put that away by accident then. What's left in there? Liquid CO2, oxygen, nitrogen. Okay, let's just try and empty that. There's 3 litres of liquid left in there now. Right, that wind turbine is not cutting the mustard, is it? Okay. That's down to 0.01 stress. Okay. It's mostly CO2 in there now. Oh, something's burst. Where's it burst? Outside? Sounded far away. Don't see any vapour. It's probably outside.
Jetpack on.
Yep, there it is. So that means we probably need more capacity in this piece of the network. Anyway, in the meantime it's shunted some across there, so that's good. Oops. Go there. Right, we've still got no volatiles. That's a definite weak point at the moment.
Jetpack on.
No, don't put the jetpack on, put the tablet away. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Right, you go over there. Get off my land. Right, you're going to do it. Heating. There we go. Dumping it out. Got to be a bit bolder with this and see whether I can actually get enough volatiles going through the system. That's all volatiles. Okay, that's 17%, 18, 19, it's going up, 20%. That's good.
Power critical.
Right. Okay, well nothing blew up, so gonna have to go and whoops. Right, we don't want that. Get out there. Change batteries. I might light the furnace again just to warm it up in here at the moment.
Jetpack on.
Turn that off, didn't I? Yes. Don't want to throw this in and just have it just evaporate directly. Just wondering whether actually throwing nitrous in there would be no, because then no, the nitrous will off gas and it will make it even hotter. I was thinking it might act as a buffer. If it was pure nitrogen, that would be quite a good strategy, but it's not a good strategy when it's going to basically release an accelerant into there and superheat it. Huh. Oh, it's already quite hot, that's why. I was thinking, why is it not heating up? It is heating up. Right, I don't think I've actually got anything else that needs to be smelted, have I? Otherwise I could chuck that through, but no. Okay, well let's just use it for the heat for now. Take a little while, I suspect. Okay, got a whole 2 litres of water out of that. Right, is this even running? No. Hasn't yet burnt the cable through again, but okay, well I guess I may as well get on with the power system restructure. See if I can add a second wind turbine before I do. Right, so I need 10 iron, which I believe I've got in here. Yep. Right, and then I'm going to need heavy cable. Actually, what I'm going to also need is a spray paint of some sort, so that I can differentiate the two sides of the cable network. I'll take green. So, I'm going to need to move the battery at some point, which is always a total pain, and I suspect it needs to run it flat to do it, so I'm going to take that out. I'm going to have an inside, so I'm going to move that red cable to run around the back here, and this will run around the back. Then we'll have the input here, we'll put the battery in front, and then we'll have an output coming out of here, and then we'll feed that directly into transformers. So I think the transformers will want to be positioned probably along, oops, here. Which I can work it out, can't I? So if the wall's here, I don't really want to push this right against the wall. Actually, the equivalent position I want is onto the first. So no, okay. I want the transformers actually on this line here. And that'll give me this space here for batteries, which obviously at the moment I don't really need. But okay, I can't do that yet. Then what I can do is start making some more heavy cable. And that can go out there. Yeah, I'm going to reroute this first. So the red side of the heavy cable will be for charging and the green side will be for discharging. I don't know how much I can actually make. Not huge amounts, but hopefully enough to do this. Let's go and see how it looks. Yeah, I mean, first thing is I want to run this along here. Get that last one. Is that the end of it? No, it's still going. That's the end of it. Right, that's not going to be enough. Oh, actually, it's a bit of a waste of green paint, but if I just do that. Right. Okay, it's not great, but that's the beginnings of where it needs to go. But I need more because I need to be able to connect all of that before I start stripping any of this out. Once I connect that, I can, mind you, I could just disconnect it. That's not actually bringing anything in at the moment, is it? Because the gas generator's not actually doing anything useful yet. So we'll put that there. Connect that onto... No, come on. Give me a sensible direction. There, one short. Okay, actually, I could add that one there, couldn't I? Right, there we go. Okay. Now that one can be sprayed green. Okay, so I'm going to move the battery back, but I also do need to still have to bring the sensor line through. So logically the way to do this is to put that there.
Power low.
No, it's not. Logically the way to do it is to effectively turn right in no, I need to come out one and then turn. So the battery is going to be back of it's going to be coming off there, so that's a bit closer to the back than that one is, which means the front of it's going to be there. Is that right? 1, 2 bits. So 1, 2, yeah, so that will be there. Okay, so we'll put that in there, right, and then that's where we'll put the no, that's not going to work. We're going to have to put the transformers on this line here and pull them further out. Okay, it's all a bit academic when we haven't actually got enough material to make the thing, but there we go. Interestingly, that seems to be basically holding its charge now, and that's obviously not working at all, not doing anything. So although part of the reason it's holding its charge might be that it's not quite so damn cold in here. Right, I'm going to have to go mining again. I really didn't want to, but I'm going to have to. There's no way round it, is there? No. And it's getting dark. That was very badly timed on my part. Okay, well, to be honest, we are over time on this anyway, so perhaps it is time to start winding things up for this episode. We will put one of these in here because it's nice and easy to connect. Yep, just there will do. One more wire and that will be connected up. This might be worth just nicking that green bit, to be honest. Probably is. Just throw that in there. It's taking a long time. Okay. I don't know whether this is actually even generating any significant amount of fuel at the moment. Where did I put my tablet? It's got to be on there. There it is. Okay, actually, oops, that's actually starting to liquefy. We need to turn that back on. Do not want that to liquefy in there. That was a mistake because it's actually liquefying too fast. Presumably because the battery is quite well charged. Okay, I'm actually going to have to go inside and turn off that mixer before that pipe explodes. Yeah, I can't see it, can I? Oh, sort of can. Come on. Right, there we go. Okay, 1.6 MPa, stress is 22%, but hopefully holding. It's going up slightly. Okay. Well, I guess the other thing I could do is add a second battery, which will immediately start to move things forward, but I haven't got the materials for that, I don't think. At least I seem to have got a reasonably consistent amount of power at last. Right, I need gold and copper, which I don't have. Right, yeah, I definitely think my next mission needs to include a miner. Start generating some materials at a bit of a faster rate than I can do myself. Yeah, I don't really want to waste all the charge in that battery by just picking it up. It looks like it's going at quite a rate, to be fair, that wind turbine. Yeah, it's staying fairly well charged. Okay, I mean I could remove this. I'll have to obviously reset all the logic, but I could remove it and connect it up over here or something. Might be a bit easier to move. I was sort of hoping that the battery would run down. I had all those problems where the battery kept running out, and now I actually want it to run down. It seems to be working beautifully. So I guess that's that bit sorted anyway. Right. Well, I think that seems a reasonably sensible place to leave this episode. I'm going to just go and see whether before I do it's possible to plant anything in here. That would be the icing on the cake if I could, but I think, oh no, look at that. I don't know whether nitrous affects plants, but I don't really want to waste another set of seeds finding out. I know that the alien mushrooms like it, but I suspect they don't like it enough. Well, I mean, I suppose I could risk it. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Maybe I'm over my my trauma. It worries me that's at 98% damaged. My trauma from the potato murdering. Okay, that would be nice if we can start to grow some stuff. That would be very nice indeed. The other thing I'd like to do would be to set up space for a table in here, but I'm not sure where I'm going to be able to do that.
Hydration critical.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna.
Toxin detected.
There's a good chance I'm going to pass out from the nitrous. But I didn't. Not
Toxin
this time.
detected.
Right. run that scrubber, couldn't I, in here? The issue is what I'm going to do with the results. But then if I just scrubbed it for nitrous and pollutant, I could just dump them out the outside. But I need to make more bits to do that, so let's not worry too much for now. What have we got left in here? Okay. So empty now, yep. Okay, great, let's break that down. A bit less clutter. Whoops, I just had it open. No, it's the drill, isn't it? I always feel like it should be the angle grinder. There we go, we can actually move in here now. In fact, to be honest, I could probably... mind you, it's got water in it, I might as well use it. What's in there? Oh, I can get the water, and I can get the water out. 10 litres, that's still got 10 litres in it, okay. Well, perhaps I'll do the same with that then. There we go. There's actually space to move in here. Could even... whoa! Sort of teleported across the room then. Drop that in there.
Airtight critical.
Not for long. Right, now if I swap that there, and then I vent that. There we go. That should all be going in the right direction. 0.5% pollutant in here still. Oh, I could just cancel that. Okay, it's still very cold out here. Yeah, that battery charge is basically holding steady now. It's ticking downwards, but then it does a little jump back up, so I think that is actually as much as we need. Okay, so if that's enough to hold it steady, I don't feel so bad about dismantling it and moving it in a minute, but I don't have the cable to do that yet, so I'm not going to do it. Just waste the charge for nothing. We got any? No. Okay, well, I think that's probably a sensible place to stop. I'll plant one of these, see if it gets rid of the nitrous. I don't think it will. Oh, it's actually growing. Thought it would just die straight away. Okay, well, let's quickly mushroom, yes, mushroom. What does a mushroom do? Right, so it inhales oxygen, and it exhales carbon dioxide. Okay, it was an alien mushroom that inhaled, I think. I don't even know if such things exist. Yeah, it was this thing I was thinking of that inhales nitrous and exhales oxygen and nitrogen. It's actually be quite useful about now, but since we don't have any, that's irrelevant. Right, okay, well, see how we get on. I would say we've got oxygen production going, but on a planet with a pure oxygen atmosphere, that's not really anything to brag about. However, it's definitely in a much better state in there. Right. Okay, there we go. So, the end of this episode. Where are we? We have managed to get a couple of wind turbines up and running to keep the power stable. We have got the greenhouse working with some crops growing. We've got some more water, and we've expanded, ready for some power control. So I think we'll call that a win. Actually, that's pretty good for one episode. Would be nice to deal with the furnace next time. It would be even nicer to get the temperature in here up to something sensible, but this area was always intended to be a bit of a buffer zone between the temperature in there and the temperature outside. The fact that it can get warm in here is a bonus, but I do need to think about what that means for batteries, and it might be what I do is when I move the battery that I actually wall in this corner and put a little heater in here just to keep this small area slightly warmer to help the charge. Something to think about, but there we go. In the meantime, we've got a bit of IC working as well on the filters, which is saving some power, so I think that's pretty good. Next time round, definitely need to try and get some more mining going. Clearly haven't got the power generation yet to build a automated miner, and we also haven't got the materials to do it, but I think that's going to have to be high on the list because I don't really want to have to spend the entire time just mining resources. Anyway, in the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed that. I've gone over, I think that's about an hour and a half, which is not great when I'm trying to stick to an hour. Clearly I'm terrible at that. My apologies, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, I hope to see you next time on the next episode. As I always say, don't forget, if you are enjoying it and you're not subscribed, why don't you subscribe? You'll get a notification when the next part drops. And if you've got friends that like Stationeers, then yeah, definitely they should subscribe. And if you've got friends that don't yet like Stationeers, you can use it to show them why they should, maybe, or maybe why they shouldn't if the videos are terrible. But anyway, there we go. I hope to see you on the next episode.